So we're going to talk about poor posture, particularly the thoracic spine. When someone has minimal extension in the thoracic spine, they may be rounded forward. You can see the shoulders are rounded forward. The problem that this creates is if you can't get extension in your T-spine, if you try to put your hands over your head, so go ahead and try and lift your hands up, you can't get very high. And then if we try to force you into that position, get those hands up, you have to compensate somewhere, and it's usually at the lumbar spine, so the hips would track forward there. And that's just not a good position to be in. So it can be very hard on the shoulders to have a very inflexible T-spine. So we're going to go through a few things that we can do to fix that. So first what we might do is we'd go down on the ground, on the knees. Okay, we'll do those T-spine rotations. It's in one of those warm-ups. Hand behind the head, we're going to make sure those hips sit all the way back on those heels. Again, that's going to lock that pelvis and lumbar into place, forcing all that rotation to come through that T-spine, which is where we want it to come from. So she's trying to reach as high as she can and reach down through that hole as deep as she can. So if you don't have any rotation or any extension in that spine, you're not going to be able to get nearly as high as she's getting. So that's the rotation. Perfect. I'll go ahead and have you sit down now. So now we're going to go over the peanut drill. Okay, so this here's the peanut, 2 tennis balls taped together. Perfect device just to get right on the outside of that spine and roll all the way up those erectors there. So I'm going to have her lay down right about mid-back. Go ahead and lay on top of that. And then just relax into it. Now throughout this whole thing, what I want you to be thinking about is trying to get everything underneath the ball down into the ground as hard as possible. Okay? So from here, all I want you to do is alternate your arms, reaching backwards, and then the other one. So again, we're trying to gain some extension in each one of those little vertebral discs. Okay, from there I'll have you relax. Keep that lower back pulled towards the floor. Now I want you to do little baby crunches. I want you to pivot from the ball, and I want your head to go straight up towards the ceiling. So it's more of a pivot than a crunch. And relax. So we might do 10 arms and then 5 crunches, and we'd roll that ball up about 2 inches. You can kind of get stuck in the shirt sometimes. So from here we'll pull that lower back down into the floor. We'll go alternating arms. Trying to reach that wrist for the ground. And we'll go into some crunches. Again, trying to keep that lower back pulled into the floor. And we'll go up a few more inches. So each step, we're unlocking some of those vertebrae, gaining a little bit more extension, creating a better platform for those shoulders to go overhead. Plus it's digging into some of that muscle tissue, giving you a little bit of a massage. Okay, and we'll take that all the way up to the base of the neck, right at the top of those traps. And you can do as many cycles as you want. Go slow, but you will literally get through this drill. You'll stand up and you will feel an inch taller. And your shoulders, again, will have a better platform to go overhead. So that's the peanut drill.